What's going on, Money Circle community? I hope you guys are having an awesome day. So first and foremost, hope your 2025 has been amazing so far. I was super thankful to leave behind 2024. I had a lot of personal things happen. Not going to get into it on this video, but let's just say that there's 4 things that happened back to back to back that I was just ready to just kind of forget about and start fresh in 2025. And it has been a really great start so far. So I hope the same can be said for you. And I couldn't be more thankful for the support that this page has been getting as we start to transition more into long form content. A lot of you know my story, some of you don't. I'll just briefly share it, but I started this finance journey 5 years ago at least on the content creation side. And it was more sort of like document what I was learning than anything, and just kind of give back that information. And now it's sparked into a huge community of people that I'm now able to work with, talk to, and get ideas from, and just build and grow. And you guys are a big part of that. And so the transition from, that short form content on TikTok to what we're doing now, not only on YouTube here, but Instagram, Facebook, all that has been awesome. And you guys are a massive part of that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And that kind of, the growth in the community has led to a lot of questions and DMs that I've been getting specifically around the market right now, because the market has been hot in a lot of different areas. And so the question that continues to be asked is, what should I be investing into right now? So I had this idea. I was kind of thinking it over as I'm thinking for content ideas. And I was like, I could tell you, but why don't I just show you? So I decided to create a challenge, and it's something that for me is really going to push me. But it's something that also you could follow along with and do yourself too. And I wanted to show how realistic it is no matter where you are in your investing journey, right? So the idea that I came up with is turning $5, 1, 2, 3, 4, this $5 right here into $1,000 invested into the stock market. So I'm going to start with $5 and just flip it as fast as I possibly can and get it into $1,000. And again, the idea behind this was everybody has $5. I mean, you could give up a Starbucks coffee for one day and invest it into the stock market. So I'm going to go through that journey and document the entire thing. Now I want to caveat by saying I'm going to try to get this done as quickly as I possibly can. My goal is 6 months. A year is possible too. It just kind of depends on what I start to see in market trends. But again, the idea behind this came from I want something everybody can do, but something that's also going to challenge me as well to try to get it done as quickly as I possibly can. So yeah, we're going to get into that and we'll document it along the way, and I'll let you guys know what exactly I'm looking at, why I chose the stocks I chose, and then we'll see, did I make the right choice or did I not make the right choice? So, all right, so here's what's interesting is when I sparked this idea, this was probably about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, I didn't realize what was going to happen. So I've been playing a lot of AI tech stocks and quantum stocks have been hot lately. I'm talking over the past 3 months, they're up like 6, 7, 800%, which in the stock market is absolutely unheard of. So naturally, I started to go in that direction. But at the time before I recorded this, it was actually on Monday. I'm recording this on a Saturday now. The quantum market just took a turn for the absolute worst. And the big players, the Rigettis, the quantum computing, the D-Wave, they took a massive hit. And the reason why they took a massive hit was the CEO of NVIDIA said that we're about 15 to 30 years out from quantum computing actually having a use case in our everyday life. So it was kind of interesting. So I'm like, man, I have a lot of that. That's where a lot of my investing has been going into. So naturally, it impacted my regular portfolio. And so I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go that direction. But then I thought about it and I was like, well, there has to be some sort of there has to be a rebound from it at some point, right? So I don't know if I'm gonna, what exactly I'm gonna do. So at the time of this recording, I was I had a lot more certainty a week ago than what I had today. So it's kind of interesting how quickly one bit of news can kind of change your whole thought process for how you're going to invest, especially when you put a challenge like this in place. All right, so I got to put the old thinking cap on here. So $5 to $1,000 is, the more I think about this, the more I'm like, okay, this is going to be an undertaking like I've never seen before. So my plan is I'm going to start with this $5 and I'm going to build it. Now, obviously, I'm going to be under a time constraint and the market is going to play a factor into it too. So if for whatever reason, I'm going to put the caveat in the first video, just to let you guys know, if for whatever reason this turns into a longer undertaking than I originally thought, I'm going to make some changes to the actual like structure. But right now, that's what my plan is to turn this into 1,000. That's it. Not adding any more, not, doing anything crazy. It's just starting with $5 and building it to 1,000. Now, the other thing that I want to note too is this is just strictly in stock. I'm not going to play in crypto. I'm going to invest into things that no matter if you're a beginner or you're an expert in investing in the stock market, you can play and you can join along in the challenge if you want to. So I've thought about options too. I don't think I'm going to do options. Again, that may change just depending on how quickly along we get in this. But that's kind of like where my thought process is going is I'm extremely confident I can turn this into $1,000. But how quickly I can is a whole nother story, especially with this news of, the market, and I'll share it with you guys here in a second, but the market has been hot over the past 3 months, but January's kind of taken an unsuspecting turn, at least from what I'm used to. So that just goes to show you that like anything can happen. So I have to be prepared for unforeseen circumstances, if you will. So if for whatever reason I have to change things, I'll let you guys know. Like I said, I'm going to continue to document this throughout the entire process, but that's the rules as they are right now. So I'm just going to start with $5. I'm just going to build it as quickly as I possibly can. If things change again, I'll let you know. But I want to preface that since this is going to be kind of like a destination type video. If I have to change things along the way, I'm going to let you know if I do change them. Okay, so after careful consideration and looking at everything going on right now, I have to put myself in the best position for gains as quickly as I possibly can. So Quantum has been very hot over the past 3 months. We've seen, again, gains of 500, 600, 700, up to 1,100 in certain stocks. But with the recent news that came out on Monday, they took a turn for the worst and went down 50%. Now, a lot of people, one thing I learned from Warren Buffett is you always buy when there's blood in the streets. That's literally the phraseology he used, was buy when there's blood in the streets, meaning that when everybody's running scared and they're selling their shares, that's when you're buying. So I missed out in my own personal portfolio on certain stocks, IonQ, Rigetti. I had D-Wave already, I had quantum computing already, and I did reap the rewards of the 300 to 400% gains, but I didn't reap the rewards of IonQ and I didn't reap the rewards of Rigetti, which were the two biggest earners. So now I think those two plays are probably going to be the most enticing for me because they're still very much affordable, and I think this was just a temporary like blip in the investing cycle for Quantum. So I see them recovering. Now, I'm going to lean more into the IonQ stock than Rigetti. So I'm going to start with $5 in IonQ. And the reason why is, number one, the partnerships that they have. NVIDIA and Microsoft, very intriguing, very enticing. And I'm pretty sure those are the two. Maybe I'm getting them confused with Rigetti. I'd have to look at it. But either way, their partnerships are great. But the other thing is, and this is the bigger thing that's really interested me, is CES is going on right now. which is basically a computer convention. These are all the giants of the industry right now getting together and foreshadowing what the future is going to look like for them. And IonQ is going to have their presentation a day after they just took a massive beating in their stock. So I think it'll at least see a temporary bump. So I think to take advantage of that temporary gain, that's where I'm going to start that $5. So I'm going to put it there. I don't know how long it's going to be in IonQ, but that's where it's going to start. And then what I did was I opened up a Webull account to keep it separate from my own personal portfolio. So that way it's going to be easy for me to track what happened rather than having it commingled with my regular portfolio. So I just opened up a Webull account and we'll throw the $5 and we'll invest into IonQ. And then throughout the process, I'll update you guys with what I'm selling, what I sold it for, if I sold it for a profit or a loss, and then we'll just continue to cycle these out until eventually I get to that $1,000 mark that we're aiming for. So that's where we're at, guys. That's the idea I came up with. I hope you guys are going to enjoy the journey. It's going to be, again, it's going to challenge the love out of me. This is going to be very difficult. I've never done anything like this before. I did start investing like this, but I didn't start with the intention of let me build this up as fast as I possibly could. I built it with the intention of I'm holding for the long term, so let's just make this thing happen. Now it's going to be a little bit different, so this is uncharted territory for me, but I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are excited for it. And yeah, if you enjoy this content and you want to see more of it, make sure that you smash that subscribe button, hit the like, and comment down below if you think I can do it. And if you do think I can do it, let me know in the comments how long you think it'll take me. Again, I'm going to try to get there in 6 months. That's very, very lofty. A year, I have a lot more confidence in, but it could take longer as well. Remember, I'm at market play here and what the market sentiment is. So it's starting off 2025, not so good, but there could be some opportunity for some great values, and that's what I'm going to have to look for. So again, thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate everything you do. And next time I have an update, I'm not sure when that's going to be. I'll make sure to drop a video, but this is part 1, and then we'll just kind of continue the journey until we get to that $1,000 mark. But you guys are legends. Take care, and we'll talk soon.